Ever heard the name Jamal Musiala? If you're a football fan, you know him as Bambi, the skinny kid who moves like liquid and can escape 5 defenders in a phone booth. But before he was conquering German football, there was a shocking moment when he had to choose which nation he would call home on the pitch. The powerful German machine that gave him his birth, or the English streets that raised him. This is the story of Jamal Musiala, a quiet kid who grew up between 2 worlds and became the wizard of German football. Jamal was actually born in Stuttgart, Germany, but when he was just 7 years old, his life totally flipped. His mother, Carolyn, moved the family to England, first to Southampton and then pretty quickly to the bustling environment of London. He was suddenly a German kid in an English world. The first thing you have to understand about Jamal is that he was obsessed with the ball. From the moment he landed in England, his feet were magnets for the football. He didn't just play, he lived it. He was quickly spotted by Chelsea, one of the biggest academies in the world, a place they call the Cobham Factory. For the next 8 years, Chelsea was his life. He grew up fast, playing above his age group constantly. Coaches would watch him and just shake their heads at his technical skill. Even as he got older, he kept that low center of gravity and the incredibly quick feet. But there was one huge problem that always followed him. He was tiny. He looked frail next to the bulkier English kids. The physical side of the game was brutal, and every coach told him he needed to bulk up, that he wouldn't survive the transition to the men's game, looking like a stiff breeze could knock him over. He wasn't just battling his size, he was battling expectation. He was seen as a future star for Chelsea, and critically for England. He even captained some of the youth sides. The pressure on a teenager in that environment is immense. It's not just a game, it's a job interview happening every single day. Then came the big shock in the summer of 2019. Jamal was 16. Bayern Munich, the biggest club in Germany, came calling. This wasn't just a club move. This was a return to his roots, a leap of faith into a system where he barely spoke the language fluently anymore. Leaving Chelsea was hard. Leaving his friends, his school, the country that shaped him, it was terrifying. But Jamal and his mother saw an opportunity. At Bayern, there was a clear path to the first team, less overcrowding than at Chelsea. But this move wasn't easy. He was a 16-year-old leaving a familiar life to restart in a foreign country, trying to prove himself against professional adults who were twice his size and experience. The rising action of his career truly begins here, in the cold reality of German training pitches. When he arrived in Munich, he wasn't practicing with kids anymore. He was thrown into the fire. Imagine being 17 years old, just out of school, and suddenly sharing a locker room with world champions like Manuel Neuer, Thomas Müller, and Robert Lewandowski. The challenges were relentless. First, the language barrier. His German was rusty, and he had to quickly relearn the complex technical terms of football in a high-pressure environment. Second, the physicality. When you're training against players like Joshua Kimmich, who are built like tanks, being skinny isn't just a critique, it's a vulnerability. He got knocked down, a lot. There were whispers from the outside too. Critics said he was too lightweight, too flashy, that he didn't have the final product. Every failed pass or tackle became a headline. He was battling the immense internal pressure of proving that leaving England and rejecting their national team advances was the right decision. But this is where Musiala's true character shined. He didn't bulk up in the traditional sense, but he got tougher, he got quicker. He used his slight frame to his advantage, twisting his body into impossible angles, making tackles miss by millimeters. He developed an insane resilience. When a defender tried to push him off the ball, he didn't fight back with muscle, he fought back with technique and balance. And then the moment arrived. In June 2020, at just 17 years and 115 days old, Jamal Musiala stepped onto the pitch for Bayern Munich, becoming the youngest player in the club's Bundesliga history. This was his first major milestone, a nod that the move had paid off. The climax of this early chapter came swiftly in 2021. In a massive Champions League clash against Lazio, Musiala scored his first goal in the competition. He didn't just score, he made a veteran defender look foolish, shifting the ball and tucking it neatly into the corner. He became the youngest English and German player ever to score in the Champions League, a ridiculous achievement that truly confirmed his status as a world-class talent, not just a promising youth player. He had overcome the physical doubts, the relocation stress, and the pressure of the dual nationality choice. He was no longer just the kid. He was a key part of the best team in Germany. The world truly witnessed his genius during the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Though Germany crashed out early, Musiala was arguably the tournament's biggest individual revelation. In the match against Spain, he put on a masterclass of dribbling. He completed 12 successful dribbles, the most by any player in a World Cup game in nearly 6 decades. Despite the team's ultimate failure, Musiala showed everyone he could dominate against the absolute elite. His performances were becoming essential, and this led to the moment that cemented his legendary status in Munich. In May 2023, Bayern Munich was facing the ultimate drama on the final day of the season. They needed a result against Köln, but rivals Dortmund were close to lifting the trophy. The score was tied 1-1. The tension was suffocating. In the 89th minute, the ball came to Musiala outside the box. He took one touch, squared up the defender, and unleashed a low, perfect strike that curled just inside the post. Goal. The eruption of emotion. The sheer relief was palpable. That goal, in the dying minutes of the season, snatched the Bundesliga title back for Bayern Munich. It wasn't just a goal, it was the defining moment of his young career. The skinny kid who used his technique to win the biggest prize in German football. He had fully transitioned from potential to powerhouse. Now fully established, Musiala carries the burden of being Bayern's key playmaker and Germany's brightest hope for the future. He is expected to deliver magic every week, and he usually does. But even heroes face setbacks. Recently, during a tough run of games, Musiala suffered a significant blow, an ankle dislocation. While the full extent of recovery is always tough to predict, this kind of injury demands serious rehabilitation and intense focus. It forces him off the fast track, away from the roaring crowds, and into the quiet gym, where he has to rebuild strength and confidence, piece by piece. He is currently working tirelessly on his path to recovery. The physical pain is immense, but the mental challenge of being sidelined when your team needs you is often worse. Jamal Musiala is more than just a footballer. He's a testament to choosing your own path and turning physical limitations into technical strengths. He is the quiet warrior who overcame cultural divides, defied the critics who called him too light, and delivered titles when it mattered most. He is still just 21 years old. His story is far from finished. He is set to return to the pitch soon, ready to twist past defenders and remind everyone why he is the Wizard of Munich, proving once again that in football, speed of mind and quick feet often beat sheer size. We are all waiting for his comeback, because when Jamal Musiala plays, magic usually happens.
Schön.